Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is SMD Graphics. So today we'll be learning some basic content of Autodesk. So actually we'll be talking about three important basic concepts of Autodesk. So as we all know, this is our Autodesk app and it has three things we need to know as a new beginner, Autodesk beginner, things you need to understand before you start working on Autodesk. And the first thing is your canvas creating of your canvas, your file, the way you want your file to look, and your resolution. So we'll put that one under canvas. And the other thing, which is also very important as a beginner, that I found out that there is a lot of people that make mistake in this area, is our sketch. So sketch is not a really important factor when it comes to digital painting. Some people are even good without sketch, but those people that use sketch as a guideline, most of them actually do mistakes while doing it. So today on this tutorial that we are talking about, we will be able to help us to understand how we can work on our canvas, our sketch, and last but not the least, our painting. So painting is divided into various categories. So here we'll be talking about only digital painting because that's what I do. Stay tuned and we'll be able to enjoy this channel together. Let's me start working. So let's talk about how to import your canvas, or how to create your canvas, and how to import your image. So the first thing you need to do is to make your layer here kind of small to it disappear. So you see this plus line, this plus sign down here. Just click on it and you are going to see some option that says new sketch, new from image. So it depends on you. If you decide that you like to pick new canvas or you like to take from your image, so you click on one of those. So these are different sizes where you can pick from, and you can always customize here. So let's talk about the customizing more. These are the different size of canvas that people use while they are drawing. The first one is 180 times 180. This one I will generally say it's kind of like a normal. It's between the medium quality. You can't get a very high quality job from this, so I'll be giving this one, if I have to rate your canvas, I'll be giving this maybe a 5 out of 10 because it's actually not going to give you the kind of quality you are looking for. But most people prefer it because if you post it online, there's no need of reduction of quality, because almost every social media has to will reduce your artwork quality. So people prefer this, that let me know what I'm working on and the kind of quality I have before posting it. So the second one here is 2000 times 2000. People don't usually use this, but I've seen people use it. People like me, I use this almost every time if I have to pick a canvas instead of installing my picture right from the option here to import my picture. So this place, you have a kind of high quality. It is high and effective. You mean, if you are not using a good device, you may notice some hanging or bugs, and it's more like it gives you the details. Everything you need is there already. Your detailing is going to be sharp, your sketch is going to be sharp, and the only problem you might have with this is posting it on WhatsApp. So if you are the kind of person that like posting your artwork on WhatsApp, it might break. It's not going to break, but at least it's not going to give you that vibe of the original artwork that you have been working on. But as an artist, if your priority is to get a quality job, high quality job, I will recommend 2000 for you. So The last one, yeah, for canvas, we have the one of 3,000, 3,000. As you can see, this 3,000, 3,000 even give you a limited layer. That is to tell you that it has a very high graphics. It has a very high quality. Your picture is going to be extremely sharp. Rare people use this. I only used this once. I did not enjoy it because I was having problem with my layer. I used it to shade. So people like I've seen people like Ebuka Felix, Young Arts, Richie. They like using this guy. Though some of them are using iPad, while some are not. So if you can manage your layer and you need a very high quality, trust me, check Ebuka Felix or Richie artwork. Check their quality. It's just super dope. What I mean, super dope, excellent. So this kind of canvas they use, and it helps them a lot. So you don't need to worry in this kind of canvas now. You if you have to be using this kind of canvas now, you have to be start claiming big boy, because those guys now you will not see them post on WhatsApp status. The only place you see them post is either their Facebook or their timeline on Facebook or Instagram. You don't have to be exposing your art on WhatsApp, because you know that there is high tendency of decreasing quality. So this one is not for WhatsApp people. WhatsApp is going to destroy your quality, and you have issues only online if you are posting. But you need good quality, good graphics. Best 3,000, 3,000, and I think this is the highest a smartphone can go. I don't know. This is the highest I think your smartphone will go, that it will not cause lag. If you know your smartphone is like 120 hertz refresh rate, you can move higher. But if you are using 60 hertz refresh rate or less, just stop at 3,000, 3,000. So now we go to the Oga Patapata. This is Pixar Lab. So this app is a app that helps you in doing a lot of things, and the reason why it's here is that it can actually help you pick a canvas that is going to be suitable with your work, and you don't have to just stress yourself. You don't have to be choosing 130, 130, I mean 180, 180, or 160, 160. And note, if you want to do this, you don't need to resize your canvas. It will give you a perfect canvas. So I've seen a lot of people do mistake on how to import and how to save. So briefly, we'll just quickly talk about how to save. So yeah, okay. So now this is Pixar Lab. If you have a picture you want to draw or you want to work on, and you notice that, okay, let's just import this picture here. So now we want to work on this picture, and you need a high quality or medium quality. It is very simple. All you need to do is click on the save here, save your image. If you need a medium quality, I bet you this medium quality is good, just the same thing as 180, 180, the same quality you get. If I think it's even better, because I get more, like I used to get that kind of vibe if I'm shading with on medium after saving it with Pixar Lab. So it's either you shade it with medium or you shade it with high. You don't need to shade it with very high. So it is very high. It's going to give you the same quality as 2,000, 3,000, 3,000, or this high. Oh, sorry, very high will give you the quality of 2,000. Sorry, 3,000, 3,000. While high is going to give you the quality of 2,000, 2,000. So medium is just within 180 to wherever it's going to store, but it's always better. It's better you save it from Pixar Lab. I enjoy saving for Pixar Lab. You don't need to resize it, because this resizing of a canvas, there is something you guys need to understand about it. When you resize a canvas and you import it, the size, there's every tendency that the size won't be the same size of your picture, which means you are making your picture kind of smaller. And if it's smaller, you will have smaller like small area to do your shading, and if you are by so doing you start having problem. So please, I don't advise people to resize. I like when you use the same picture, the same picture resolution or the same picture um size on your work. So you use Pixar Lab to help you manage how you want your quality to look like. So let me teach you how to import from Pixar Lab. I see a lot of people come to Pixar Lab, and if you're after saving for Pixar Lab, you just go to your imports from image and you just click on like recent gallery. I see people go to like recent gallery, then they will start picking. No, you don't need to go to recent gallery. All you need to do is come to your internal storage, then go to your Pixar Lab folder. uh if you go to your Pixar Lab folder, import it from the folder. It will give you the original document size, original size that you need for your sketch. So everything, the sketch, the quality, everything is going to be there. Trust me, you are going to like your work after saving. As for me, if you are using Pixar Lab, the best advice I'm going to give you is to save your picture with I and import with this same method. And if you are the type of guy that you like resizing, I will give you an advice that you should use 2000. Which they draw. You cannot use more than 73 pages. That should be enough. And if you know that you are drawing more than 4 people or 5 people, just take 1080. So that one is going to give you a much layer to work on, and you won't have problem with that at all. So now let's go to our phase 2. This is our phase 2, right? This is the sketching. So this layer now is 180 over 180. So as you can see, the sketch is kind of amazing. So your sketching now depends on how you want it. Like I can't really explain how sketching works, because it's like your own perspective, your own view of understanding on how you want to place your brush. According to me, I prefer thick lines outside to demarcate outside outside lines, and while when you are drawing the inside the inner part, I usually like to use small pencil. So this is what I'm trying to say here. If you look at my pencil set now for this is 1.9. So if I have to sketch the outside body, I'm going to use 1.9 only throughout. If I have to sketch the the um the nose, the eyelashes, the eyelid, and the eyebrow, I would like to use between 1.2 to 0.8. That means I actually make it smaller. It kind of makes me have this kind of, all those places you don't need bigger details. So if you know you have a problem with your sketch, check the description below. I have a sketch tutorial on my drive, so I don't want to start downloading it back and putting it on YouTube. That's why it's not yet on YouTube. So I have a sketch tutorial on my drive. You can just click on it. I think I'm going to try to remove the requests, but if you find if you can still, if it still asks you to request, just drop your Gmail at the comment section. I'm going to approve you so you can check it out. I have sketch tutorial and how to sketch, actually sketch tutorial, and sorry, not how to sketch, how to pick a perfect sketching brush, or how to set your own pencil to your own satisfaction. I explain everything about these guys, every single details, the soft, the hard, the every single details you need to know about them. I explained everything. So sketch is not really what we can talk about, but according to my own perspective, the way I see people do theirs, and the way I grab some knowledge from what they are doing, I prefer you to always have a thick straight line at the edge, and when you come inside the body, like the nose, this armpit here now, and all this the chain, your earring, the ear detailing, everything should be kind of like a small pencil. So I think that's cool for that. And let's move to painting from here. Okay, I think I'll be using another picture for the painting. So let's go to my other file. Using this picture to explain our painting. So when it comes to painting, I notice a lot of people have this problem of my shading is not smooth. I I can't, I can't draw some parts, and my shading is looking like plastic. It's not realistic, or you are finding it difficult to do some important stuff that you think you should be able to do just the way people do it. Let me tell you the reason why you are not yet getting it. You are good already, you know all the skills, you know what you need, but you don't know how to use it. So now what I'm going to tell you is that once it comes to shading, you have to be very patient. Shading can be rough, can be, sometimes it's not friendly at all. So now there is this important things you need to know. Apart from these combos here, you have to create an additional combo. So basically this combo here is a perfect combo, and I will tell you that you can use it for fair skin. And if you want to pick a combo by yourself, and this is the rules to pick a combo by yourself or to create your own combo. First of all, you have to find a natural colored combo. I'm not good at it yet. I should have picked one for you or illustrate how it is done. I will do that on my next video. So I'll just share you my little knowledge on how to pick it. So now let's explain this. First of all, you have to have a natural brown color. Based on what you are working on, you can look for a dark brown. If you are working on a dark picture, maybe the person is kind of dark in the image, and you can look for this kind of light brown. So this is basically a combo formed by Richie. So now this combo here has a base for you to has a first shading, which is this brown here. For you to pick your base and your first shading, the first thing you have to notice is that there must be a very big difference between these two colors. What did I say? A very big difference. The reason being because some people use some combos. I used to see different combos that they are just very very similar. You don't have to do that. Those similar combos, you can just easily get the same thing by adjusting your pencil, making it kind of thick and making it kind of light, so you can easily get the same result. You have to look for a pencil, a shade that the difference with your normal base it's everybody's going to know that yes, there is a difference here. You can see the difference. You don't need to start looking for okay iboneleti yato sele. Sure, you get. Okay, if you don't understand Yoruba, what I'm trying to say is that how is this supposed to be different from this? So basically, yeah, look at my shading. This is the shading for the face. Naturally, I make my shading soft, and I always leave space for the second shading. So the second shading is the master shading. When it comes to your shading, it's the one that bring out the quality of the job. So if your dark shading and your very dark, your okay shading one, let's just say shading one and shading two. So if your shading one and your shading two are very similar, if you the color are very related, maybe let's see, let me show you something now. If this is my shade one that I am pointing on here with my color picker, and I just kind of do a little bit of adjustment. Let me duplicate this and you see what I'm saying. Let me duplicate this, and after duplicating this, okay, I don't want to make mistake in this art. So okay, I use my normal shading, my shading one as my thick shading. So this is how my work is going to look like. And if I add my highlight to it, it's just going to look like this. Look at how boring this is. It's still okay, but you find that those poppy cheek that you are seeing before, the air details in the sorry, the air shadow, they are no more there. So this is a similar result you get if you actually pick a shading tool that is close to your shade one, and it is going to really affect your work because it's not going to come out in that 3D form you want it. So that is the reason why the shading tool is one of the most essential thing when you come to your shading. You have to just have it there. It's very important. So, and this your shading tool, it comes with a little bit of rules if you are using it, because it's always sometimes very tricky. You if you notice it yourself, you know that it's very tricky. If you are the kind of person that you are not used new to artwork and you start using it, it is very tricky. Reason being, this place now, look at this place. This let me just open a layer here. Let me make it to white. Let's look at this place. Okay, I think that should be in the okay, that should be at the top. Okay, look at this place here. You will find out that this place is kind of dark, but this place is darker. The reason I actually do this and the reason why I was able to do it easily is because I understand the rules of shading, that shadows don't usually come out thick sometimes. Sometimes it's always some shadows are always here, maybe like this. You see this, like the shadow is kind of like a straight line. You already know where they are. And once all this kind of place now, this the cheek place, if let's check our reference, you notice that the shadow really blends together with the air. So you try to do this, implement the same thing in your artwork. That's what I just try to craft out here. It may not be perfect to you, but that is how I can do it for now. So whatever you do so your own art, it may not be perfect, but that's how you can do it for now. So try to always encourage yourself. So this is how I can craft it out for now, that it looks more alive to me. It's all about bringing the artwork to making it more realistic. Let people understand what you are trying to tell them with your artwork. So now let's move to the highlights. When you come to this highlight, people find it very funny. And the reason why people find it very funny is just because they don't understand the basic importance about it. So the first thing you need to know is that when it comes to highlights, you can't just use one single highlight. Highlight is the part of your shading that is going to bring your artwork alive. Like when you are done with your highlight like this, you come out doing, you'll be having joy. Like, is it me that do this? Yes, that's the magic of highlights. When you are shading, sometimes you feel discouraged. It's always like I'm pouring some kind of powder on my screen. So when you give your work a perfect highlight is going to come outside and look it, they make it look more like 3D form. Look at this job now. Yeah, we don't have any highlights here, but with the help of my first highlight that I created, it looks good. So the crazy thing about the first highlight is just like the first shading. It's going to bring out your quality, but it's going to look more like 2D because some parts are always lighter than the other part. So that's why most artists implement the third highlight, which is also very light and very different from the first initial highlight you use. So if I add my new highlight now, you see the difference. Yes. There's not much of a difference, but you can see the nose popping and the cheek and the airline, sorry, the front hair. You can see everything. Even if I off my highlight on this lip now, it will look ugly. I have two highlights here. Look at the first highlight. It's just like sitting there doing nothing. But by the time I add my highlight, the one that look very very light, let's call it like that, you see how lovely it is. You see how lovely it is. It's just the power of the highlight. It's enough to make your work realistic. Highlight is very important, and when you are doing it, you have to calm down. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's class. This is what we'll be learning, and this is the basic factor of Autodesk. For those that are new to Autodesk, this is what you need to know before you start the journey, because once you start, there's no going back. Okay, if you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe, and if you have any requests on a video I should explain on, or anything you want me to do, I will explain that for you. And if you are if you are confused that you won't see me explaining with version 3 and you also see me explaining with version 5, yes, yeah, I use both version to make my artwork perfect. So if you need an explanation on how you can install the same version, two different version, I mean, on your device, if you need an explanation for it, just drop a comment down below. I'm going to check it and I will actually create a video, because I know most people can do it. I don't know if you can't. Drop a comment. I'm going to create it because of you, because you really matter to me. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time, and next time we'll be actually doing something more practical than this. So turn on the notification bell and chill.